Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for the knowledge that brings us relief from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's come to standing now. We're going to start off by charging the body with the earth's energy. Bring your arms up, the palms facing in. As I count to 8, draw the earth's energy right up through the body to the fingertips. We hold the breath for a count to 6, where the attention is at the fingertips. On the exhale, we breathe all the way back down. Exhale all the way back down to the soles of feet. Imagine the whole body charged. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding the attention at the breath at the fingertips. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, feel the energy rising all the way up through the body. Holding it all at the fingertips, keep the attention there. Exhale all the way back down to soles of the feet. Last time, inhale. Visualize the breath and the energy moving right up through the body. Holding it at the fingertips, suspend the breath. Exhale down. Bring the arms down. We'll continue with the exercises. Start by rolling the head in circles. Watch the body moving by itself gracefully. And then switch the direction of rotation. Good. Now for the next few exercises, breathe deeply and vigorously in order to oxygenate the blood and to aerate the lungs, and also to promote release the toxins through the heat generated. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Inhale straight up, exhale down. Inhale, extend forward, exhale, pull in. Now swing the arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Arms across the chest now. Roll them back on the exhale. Alternate the cross each time. Conclude. Raise your arms up over the head now. Toss the body down on the exhale. back up. Raise your arms over the head, come into a squat. You only have to go down as far as you need to. If this is where you need to stop, then listen to the body. One more, and back up. Now take the arms out to the sides, the elbows at the height of the shoulders. We're going to twist from side to side. As you complete the exhale, the twist, exhale on each side. And conclude. Next one incorporates a squat as well, so be mindful again of the knees, and it's 4 movements. It looks like this. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, straight back up. Exhale, circle down. Let's do it together. One more. And release. Now from here we're going to take the arms straight out. This is the exhale starting position. Inhale, circle around. Exhale, retract, but punch right back out after. Let's go. Now drop the arms by the sides of the body, same thing, except it's a circle and a quarter. We circle around to the front, exhale, pull in, and then drop the arms down right away. And release. Take the feet out a bit wider, the toes beyond the edges of the mat. And we're going to raise your right arm up. Inhale, exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, left arm up, bend to the right. Let's continue. Last set. And coming back up. Next one's almost the same. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Hold the breath as you go to the left. Pause for a moment. Exhale, come back. Inhale, left arm up. Bend to the right on the breath retention. Exhale, return. Continue. Really extend on the inhale and go deep on the hold. Return on the exhale. Try not to create folds on the underside of the body as you bend. And lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine you're transmitting all the sensations that you feel in your own body to all others. You want to make the experience as beneficial as possible. No pain, no anxiety. Imagine always your body as a vehicle to carry out your mission of spreading love and compassion to all. Imagine yourself as a servant to all beings. Do one more on each side. And release. Make your way down onto the hands and knees. Cat-cow. On an inhale, arching the back, drop the chest, bring the chest forward and drop it down at the same time. Exhale, pull it right up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, push the chest forward away from the seat. Exhale, pull it up and in, tuck the tail under. Inhale, stretch the belly skin, lengthen the front of the body. Exhale, stretch the back skin, lengthen the back body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, imagine the back folding in half at the spine. Exhale. Feel the shoulder blades separate from one another. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral, raise the right leg up on the inhale, exhale, swing it out to the right. So just loose movements, just to loosen up the hips. And then the other side, left leg up and swing out to the left. Try to keep the foot at the height of the shoulder and the hips. But of course, again, according to your condition. And then from here, come forward onto the belly. Just rest for a moment, breathe in. Exhale, relax. Working the upper back muscles now. Anchor down to the tops of the feet. Keep the thighs pressing into the ground and join the hands together behind the back. On inhale, we're going to lift the chest. Exhale, back down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Keep the top of the feet pressing down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down, up, and down. Relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Now take the arm to the front of the body, and we're going to swing the legs up, throw the legs up, and in a moment as the legs come up, we'll bring the rest of the body up. And release. Forehead on the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Now come up and bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Child's pose. Next sequence is 4 movements. Inhale, come into high cat. Exhale, drop the hips to your hands. Chest forward, cobra. Lift the head. Lift the chest. Bring the head back. Inhale back into high cat. Tuck the chin. Exhale, pull the seat all the way back. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale back up. The upper back. Exhale back. And up. Forward. Up. And back. Up. Work the muscles of the trunk. Forward. Feel the heat building in the core of the body. Exhale back. And up. Forward. Shoulders back, chest wide. Up. And back. Up. Keep the chest wide. Even when you do the rounding the back and back. Pull the fronts of the shoulders away from one another. Up. Forward. Up and back. 2 more, up and forward, up and back, up, forward, up and back. And relax, breathe in, breathe out. Next one is similar. Inhale, pull yourself forward, hold cobra for a moment, exhale back. So another way to enter this, if this is more comfortable, inhale to come up first, drop your hips, hold the cobra, and then exhale back. So do whichever one is more suitable for your condition. Let's begin. Inhale, hold, and back. Exhale. Inhale, glide smoothly or rise smoothly. And back. Watch the body moving by itself. Come forward on the in-breath. Hold. And back. Imagine the momentum snake creeping along the grass and then coming up, lifting the head to peer out to the world. And back. And glide. Or rise gracefully. Come up. And back. And inhale. Smoothly make your way up. Bring head all the way up and back. And back. Inhale. Push with your hands, get to the height that you can. Open up through the chest. And back. And last time. Come forward and up. Hold it for a moment. And back. Again, breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Come forward again onto your belly and then flip over onto your back. We're going to do tucks now. Inhale, straight arms, straight legs. Pull the arms over the head. Exhale, come into a tuck. Pull the thighs into the body, the forehead to the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, make yourself as tight as possible, compact. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax, drop all fatigue out of the body. Now inhale, extend again. Hold the breath, this time as you tuck. Forehead to the knees. Exhale, release. Inhale, extend. Hold and tuck. Press the lower back down into the mat. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. Pull in. Chin or forehead to the knees. Exhale, release. Inhale. According to your condition, hold the breath. And release. Inhale, stretch. And hold. Exhale. Inhale. And hold. Tuck. Release. Inhale. And pull in. Squeeze tight. Release, last one. Inhale, stretch. And then tuck. Hold the breath. And release. Again, breathe in. Exhale. Relax. Next one, you go again according to your abilities. So you take the arms over the head. You roll the body up, the legs over the head, and then bring the feet down. Once the feet down, you come up, drape yourself over the legs. You don't have to come all the way back with your feet. Just go to about the level you can. And you can come up as the feet come down if it's more easy for you to do it with the momentum. If you're stronger, wait till the feet come down before you pull up. And keep going. Over. Down. Come up. Over the legs. And this time, when legs come over the head, get a little momentum, press your feet down and comes right up to standing. Okay, so now we're going to continue. Just give me a minute. With 3 namaskara. Okay, so come to the top of the mat. Join the hands together and remember to renounce the fruits of the practice makes the practice a divine duty of love. Do the practice because it must be done to benefit all beings. Let's move together as one to stay in that collective mind. Reach the arms up over the head, arch back if you feel comfortable, fold down, bend the knees if you need to, bring your chest onto your thighs and hands onto the ground. Right foot back, lower the knees, sink down through the seat. Come into high plank. Lower down the knees, chest and forehead. Come forward into the cobra. Pull the body up. Back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. The right foot forward. If that was difficult, you could bring the back knee down and move the foot forward between the hands with your right hand. And then feet together again, chest to the thighs, head down. Come all the way up, press hips forward, stretch the front of the body. And then bring the hands back to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, tuck the tail a little bit, so as to create no folds in the lower back. Fold down over the legs. Left foot back into a lunge, sink the seat, back into high plank. Lower down knees, chest, forehead, and then pull through between the arms, cobra. All the way back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward to the hands, sink through the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana. Pull the body in towards the legs, head down. Come all the way up to standing. And back home. Watch the body moving. In your imagination, watch it moving with the utmost grace and power. Right foot back. And then this will transpire through your actions. Lower down. Come forward into the cobra. And all the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps lightly forward. Move in a way that doesn't disturb or distract the witness. Come all the way up. Hands back to the hearts. And again, reach up and back. Go down smoothly. Left foot back. Feel as though you're doing a dance. All the movements connected seamlessly. And so this keeps the mind quiet, unchanging, undisturbed. Left foot forward. Uttanasana. Bow to the legs. Come all the way up. Return home. Adding on, reach the arms up, stretch the whole front of the body, come down. Bend the knees, chest on your thighs, hands behind the back. Inhale, pull the chest forward, lengthen through the top of the head. Exhale, dive down a little bit deeper. The head comes towards the ground. Use the body to push into the legs, to push the legs back straighter. And then the hands come back, down onto the ground, right foot back. Lower the knee, raise your arms over the head, Kapyasana, crescent moon. And then bring the hands back down, step back into plank, lower down. Seat behind the heels, forehead down, and then glide forward into the cobra. All the way back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise the hips up and back. Then the right foot steps forward to the hands, back knee down. Inhale again, sweep the arms up over the head, arch the back, crescent moon. And then bring the hands back, step the feet together, keep the knees bent so the chest comes onto your thighs. Extend the arms, head forward, exhale. Pull the body down onto the legs, head down like you're bowing. And release. The arms, bring them back in front and over the head. Return home. Pranamasana. Arms up. Lose yourself in the sensations. Watch the body dancing gracefully. Chest your thighs, join the hands behind the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, keep lengthening as you move down into your downward incline. And then hands down, left foot back, lower the knee, sweep the arms up, crescent moon, make the shape with your body. Hands down into plank, lower down, bring the seat all the way back behind the heels, and then glide forward, come up, back, and then left foot steps, back knee down, sweep the arms over the head, stretch the whole front of the body, and then bring the hands down, feet together. One more time, extend to the top of the head, exhale, push the body against the legs, seat comes up, head comes down. Release the hands back down, and sweep them up over the head, hips forward, back home. And another variation, reach the arms up over the head, come down, stay there with the hands punted down. Inhale, shift forward, lift the heels so your shoulders come over the fingertips. Now push into ground, and then see if you just can get a little bit of lift to slide your feet back. Coming back into Chaturanga. Now just hold this for a moment here. Press back through the heels. You can also walk back into Chaturanga if that was not possible to jump. And then push with your hands, come up into upward facing dog. Lift the hips away from the ground. Roll the shoulders back and bring the head up and back. Open up the chest and the throat. Imagine you're howling at the moon like the dog. All the way back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. Inhale, pull the hips up and back further. Exhale, soften the line of the back. Bounce the chest a little bit. Try to get your chest closer to the ground. And the head below the arms. If you're very flexible, you can rest your top of the head on the mat. Maybe even work towards getting the top or the back of the head on the mat. Push the heels towards the ground. Belly towards the thighs. And then lift the heels, bend the knees, look at the space between your hands. Bring your feet forward, hopping or walking. Just smoothly glide forward. Pull the body in towards the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up high. And then return, hands to the heart. One more time. Arms up over the head. Press the hips forward. No wrinkles in the lower back. Bring the hands down. Inhale, come up halfway. Keep the arms strong and straight. Shift forward, lift your heels, and press into the ground. Get a little bit of lift, and then the toes slide back or walk back into Chaturanga. Hold it for a moment again. Press back to the heels, hover just above the ground. Then if you have the strength, pull right through into upward facing dog. Lift the knees and hips away from the ground. Make sure you don't lose your neck. Extend the neck out of the shoulders. Open up the throat. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana now, downward facing dog. So exhibit playfulness here and loyalty with the head down and humbleness and the playfulness of the dog as it stretches its back. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look to the hands. Bring your feet forward, hopping or walking. Pull the body in towards the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. And bring it back home. Take pause here for a moment. Breathe in. Exhale, remove all fatigue, all expectations, and all attachments to the results. Good. Now we're going to hinge forward. Pull the body down onto the thighs. Good. And then just bend your knees as much as you need to keep your chest with your legs. You can hold the opposite elbows behind the knees and then gradually again push the body into the thighs. See if you can straighten your legs and pull the arms down if you're more flexible. Perhaps the legs straighten all the way. And you can press the forehead to the shins as well. Tilt the seat up so you feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. Good. And place the hands down. Right foot back. Lower the knee down. Flatten out the toes. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, drop the seat all the way forward. Bring the hands to the seat and pull down on the seat. At the same time, press up with the fingertips to lift the rib basket up away from the hips. And then imagine you're folding the back in half at the spine. Bring the head all the way back. Stretch the front of the body. Imagine the head over the seat. If you feel comfortable here, add on with the arms. Take the arms up, rock the shoulders back and forth. Keep the arms close to the ears. Try not to bend the elbows. Think of the shape of a crescent moon. Radiate your inner light, just like that orb in the sky. Come up higher if you need to. Again, move according to your condition. Good. And then coming back upright. Press into the front knee and move into Sukha Virabhadras. Extend the arms out of the shoulders and then come down into Sukha Trikonasana. Left hand down, right arm up. Pull the right arm all the way back as much as you can. Here the option, if you like, to take the right hand behind the back and then press it, slip it in between your body and your leg. Press into the inner thigh or take a full bind. Left shoulder comes down a little bit more, so left arm can come all the way underneath the leg. Join the fingers into lock or hold the right wrist with your left hand. Pull the body against the leg. Option to come deeper by looking at the front foot. Shift your weight forward in the front foot, bend the toes under the back foot so you can lift the right knee up off the ground. Bound triangle. You can do it sort of like a halfway in between with your left leg bent. Keep your shoulder with the knee. Keep pushing into the front foot. If you raise the right hip up a little bit more, you might be able to eventually get the left leg straight. Now release. Bring the hands back down to the ground, hips and shoulders forward, back knee down. Come up again. Bring the body into a more upright position with your legs like a box. Right arm up, ankle the toe and knee towards the right, and take the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Press the armpit against the thigh. Hands in prayer or left fist forms a left fist in the right palm. Push the chest towards the thumbs. Exhale, roll the left shoulder all the way back. If you need a modification, stay higher. Come upright, right hand to the outside of the knee and just stay like this. Pull the tail down and under. Look over your left shoulder. So that's modification. Okay. If you know other variations, go ahead. Perhaps some of you might be strong enough to pull the knee up off the ground, turn, or more advanced, you take the bind. Push back through the left heel. If you're doing this variation, left hip moves back, head moves forward. And back knee down. Come all the way back around to Easy Warrior 2. Join the hands behind the back. Inhale, pull the hands down, lift the chest, bring the head back. And now come forward. Go to the right a little bit. humble warrior. So your shoulder slips the inside of the knee. You try to aim again the foot, the head close, the forehead down close to the foot. If you can't make it all the way down and your shoulder gets stuck on a knee, that's okay, but if you move, slide a little bit to the right, you might be able to go a little bit further. And then bring the hands back down onto the back, release. Move the left foot out a little bit more to the outside of the mat, the hands are still on the inside of the foot. Lift the back knee and then glide back and forth. With each pass, try to lower your hips. Feel as though there are weights in your hip pockets and they're dragging you down. And then push back to the right heel, lower the knee, flatten out the toes. If your shoulder's lower or at the same height as the knee, roll to the right forearm might come down. Roll back to the left forearm might possibly come down as well. Now extend the head forward, exhale. Keep sinking down through the hips and the lower body, the leg, and then see if you can get your chest closer to the ground. Keep your gaze steady like a lizard that doesn't blink. If your knee falls out to the side, away from the shoulder, move the foot out a little bit more. Now, coming back onto the hands. Release your hands where the elbows were, if they're on the floor, if forearms are on the ground. From here, scooch the right knee in, left foot moves back. Come into a modified side plank. Press the hips forward, shoulder back. Option here to push into the right hand, push into the left foot so you can get your right foot underneath the left. Full side plank. Press the hips forward again. Make sure you don't drop into the shoulder. Keep the arm extended. If you want to go further, to make it look like the pose we just did and modified, slide the left toes back and then rotate the chest towards the sky. Again, keep your arm nice and long, your chest open. And coming back, pushing into the right hand and the right foot. Keep your hips high to come back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. And now the right foot steps forward. Back knee down, flatten out the toe. Start again with your hands on the seat. Pull the tail down and under, and push up with the fingertips. Feel as if the elbows are trying to meet behind the back. Sometimes you might need to move the foot forward so that the knee is a little bit more in line with the heel, if that's more comfortable for you. And when you feel ready, you can sweep your arms up, copy asana. Feel free to keep your hands apart if you need to, otherwise join your hands together. Do the Dharma wiggle with the shoulders, pull the arms back, stretch the arms straight. And then coming back upright, lead with the heart, press into the front knee. Legs like a box, turn to the left, arms out to the side, back into Sukha Trikonasana. Left arm up. Pull the left shoulder back and take other variations as you see fit. Either the half bind like so, or if you drop your shoulder down a little bit more, the right arm whole arm might come underneath the leg. Left shoulder back. If you want to keep going, lift the left knee up off the ground. Raise the left hip to get the left leg straight. Push into the front foot. Pull the hips back so maybe the right leg can eventually straighten as well. Break the pose, release the hands if you have the bind, turn forward, back knee down. Staying or coming up, inhale, reach the left arm up. You can stay upright for the modified version. Right hand pulls the tail down, or into your Sukha, your Supha Parivrita Pakshalkanasana. Left armpit to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale. Make sure your body lifts up a little bit higher so the body has more room to turn in the rotation. Try to bring your chest towards your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder all the way back. Drop the right shoulder back the same height as the left shoulder eventually. Or take other variations, perhaps the bind here. Or come up the back knee. If you can't quite do the bind bring your left leg up, your knee up off the ground. Keep your hands in Anjali Mudra. And work it from here. Back knee comes down. Come all the way up into Sukha Virabhadrasana. Arms level with the ground. Extend the arms. Then take the hands behind the back. Inhale. Push the chest up. The head comes back. Exhale. Go to the left. Trying to get your shoulder to come down on the inside of the knee and the forehead to come down towards the ground. Express humbleness and surrender in this pose. Soften the heart. Allow it to melt towards the ground. And then release the arms back down onto the back. Bring them in front on the inside of the foot, the right foot, and then move back and forth again. Push through the back heel, trying to get your hips to come down. Feel lots of heaviness in your hips. Push back to the left heel one more time, knee down, toes flat, and then maybe move onto your forearms if that's doable. Extend through the chest. If you're very flexible, you might be able to move the right foot to the outside and bring your chest right down onto the ground. Make sure the right side of the hip doesn't come up too much. You want to keep the hips more or less level. So curl the right side of the tail under. Hug the knee to the shoulder. Now telescope the chest further forward. And next inhale, exhale, sink again. Heavy through the hips and the lower body. Maybe the rest of the body will follow. And then come back onto the hands. Move your hands back to where the elbows were if they're on the forearms. Bounce the left knee in and right foot moves back behind the knee. Come into your modified side plank. Hips forward, right shoulder back, chest open. If you want to go into the full pose, keep the left arm strong. Tuck your left foot underneath the right. And then perhaps slide your right toes back in line with the knee and open up the chest to the sky. Keep strong through the left arm, don't drop into the shoulder again. And then keep your hips high, keep pushing into your left hand and your left foot to return back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now from here, we're going to look to the hand. Either jump or walk your feet forward. Keep your knees bent this way so your seat is low, and rest your belly on your thighs. Extend the arms forward. Keep your legs strong and then pull your chest up. Look between the hands, fierce pose. Exhibit fierceness. Generate some heat by sinking your seat to lower, engaging your legs, engaging your core. But the mind doesn't change. It stays completely quiet and calm, just watching everything. Just like the witness. Sink a little bit lower if you can, and then come all the way up. Bring the hands to the seat, push up, pull down the heels of your palms, separate your feet. Your toes are beyond the edge of the mat, pointing outwards, And here you can bend your knees like you're sitting on a horse. Your knees come over the toes a little bit. And then pull the seat down. Keep weight into your heels and the base of the toes equally. And pull down on the seat. Bring the head back. From here you try to straighten your legs a little bit. Keep pulling down on the tail under. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. You may stay here or slide one hand at a time down the backs of the legs until you can grip just below the knees. Keep rolling the thighs outwards, rolling the shins inwards. If you're more flexible, you can keep going further. Easy wheel pose. Your hands will eventually maybe come to the heels. Come back, walk your hands back up the backs of the legs mindfully, one hand at a time on the seat. Push into the seat, pull down at the same time to come back up. Then bring your hands to the heart center. Breathe in from the heart to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in love, your divine nature. Good. And then from here, step your feet back together, stand tall like a mountain, arms by the sides, inhale. Exhale, feel formidable and strong and steady like a mountain. Good, we're going to do one balance pose here, so come to the back of the mat. Warrior 3, perhaps moving towards toppling tree. Arms up over the head, bring the left foot forward, and then come down. Bend the standing leg if you need to the left leg. Raise your right leg up. Make your body flat like a table. The gaze is down, the arms by the ears. Stay strong through the core. If you want, you can swing your arms back behind. Transition to toppling tree. So then you lower your body down. The belly comes towards the thighs, but then you pull the hands, bring them further over the head, and lift the chest a little bit so the back curves. Try to get your right foot higher than the head. Step back out of the pose, press into your left foot to come back up gracefully. And come return to the back of the mat. Take a moment to just imagine yourself transitioning through the poses with grace and ease. And see if the body will obey on the other side. Reach the right arm, the arms up over the head, step the right foot forward, hinge forward like a warrior charging. Bring the left leg up and then lengthen. Imagine you're stretching yourself along a table. Lines in the body as true and straight as an arrow's. You may stay here. Take modifications if you need to. If it comes too much, take the arms out to the side or hands on the ground, or toppling tree. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms open, and then lower the body down slowly so that you can come into the pose with steadiness and grace. Lift the chest a little bit. Left foot comes up higher, perhaps. And then to come back up and standing leg a little bit. Keep heavy on the foot and come back up. Return to mountain pose, arms by the sides of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now come down onto the knees. Inversions here. So you can either do your headstand if you're comfortable, or if not, let's do this one. You hold your opposite elbows, that's about the right distance, and then interlace your fingers, place the head between the palms, and then lift up the seat. Keep pressing firmly into the forearms equally. More weight on the forearms if it's too much for your head, or even just hover your head just above the ground if it's too much. Walk your feet as close to your elbows as possible. You can either just lift both heels at a time, both feet, and bring them down. As you do this, try to feel your hips coming over your shoulders and the elbows. Lift the shoulders away from the earth so the upper arms stay long. If you take one leg back, you might be able to approach the headstand a little bit more. Keep the foot close to the seat, bend the toes back, and do the same thing. Pulse up and down, up off the heel. When your hip's at the highest point, your heel is up. Keep pressing to the forearms, and you might be able to just pull the toes away from the ground and just hover there. Okay, just press the thigh that's on the ground, that's closest to the ground, into the body if you can, if it reaches. Eventually, if you push through the back foot a little bit more, you might be able to get more height and remain steady with your hips over your shoulders and elbows. Feel free to do this against the wall as well. You face the wall, and then you place the front foot on the wall, and then you eventually take your left foot up and back, your other foot up and back. Again, just pull your toes away from the wall. But the wall's always there for security. Coming back down slowly with control. No jerky motions, no fast hard landings. Come back into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax everything. And roll your way up. And then from here, take your legs out from underneath. Pull the legs out in front. Lie on your back. Make sure there's space behind you on the mat. So come more to the middle of the mat or towards the front end. From here, different variations again. For shoulder stand, you can also stay in bridge if you like. Pull the heels towards the seat. And then you can lift up your hips. Roll the shoulders under so the arms come underneath the body. Take your hands up to the hips for a moment. Tilt the hips forward so the tail curls under. Try to get your chest closer to the chin so it looks like a wall. And you may stay here. If you know how to get into shoulder stand from here, or you want to try, you turn your hands around so the fingers are facing towards the knees. And then you lift one leg up, bring it way over, way up as high as you can, extend the leg up. Your foot is beyond the head. And if you keep pressing into the upper arms and the seat in the hands, use your core. You might be able to allow the other leg might be able to come up to join it. And then you push into the back to get your legs straight. If that was too much, you start with your legs on the ground. Raise your legs. Push into the arms to get your seat up off the ground, and then once your seat is up, you bring your hands to the back. Different options. Keep your knees tucked in if it's too much, to keep your legs extended. If you know advanced variations, go ahead. Come into the pose, allows you to offer the best of your efforts without incurring pain to the body or restlessness and anxiety in the mind. Keep your attention now at the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Keep your attention on a seat of divine perception. Move into plow pose. Keep, without changing your mind, focus. Your focus on the third eye. If your feet don't touch down, keep supporting your back with your hands. If your feet come down, take your arms on the ground behind the back. If you want, drop your thighs against the body, knees on either side of the head. Go further within, beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. Again, way to come out now. Bring your arms behind the back and slowly pull the legs back down. The back rolls down, the legs stay close to the body as you roll the back down. And then once the legs are down, relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Fish pose. For this variation, pull the elbows right close to the body, the fingers are facing up, so the arms at 9 degrees. Lower arms are perpendicular to the ground. Charge the legs, push into the elbows, and then push the chest up off the ground. And then tip your head back so the top head can come to the ground. Now try to move your head in a little bit closer, and then bust your good breath. Breathe very fast in the nose like a sniffing dog. Keep going with your breath. If you can, raise your legs 12 inches off the mat. Keep going if you want. You can bring your arms in front of the legs as well if your palms together at the same angle as the legs. Break the pose. Bring the legs down, arms back down, and then release mindfully. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms over the head, come up to seated. Now from here, we're just going to bend the knees a little bit, raise your arms over the head, and then exhale, pull the body down onto the thighs, take hold of the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, push the chest forward towards the knees. Exhale, pull, pour the weight into the legs. If you can straighten your legs by pushing out through the heels. Try not to detach the body from the thighs. Couple more breaths. Keep on imagining the chest moving beyond the knees. The spine going long from the base of the spine. Coming back up. Bench pose or Virabhadras, fingers facing back. Slide your knees in if you're doing Virabhadras. You press your hips up. Roll the thighs towards another, knees towards another, and then just try to press the toes into the mat. Chest higher than the shoulders. Too much, the heels come in underneath the knees. Head back and Bastrika again. Lower the seat down and release. Breathe in, breathe out. From here, right hand behind the back, left arm up, and press the left arm against the right outer right thigh. Inhale, push the lower back in. Exhale, turn to the right. Try to imagine you're trying to get your knees beyond the left edge of the body. Free the abdomen. Keep the back straight and vertical. Come back to face forward, other side, right arm up, and left arm against, right arm against the left thigh. Push lower back up and in, exhale, turn to the left. return. And then just ease your way down gently. Always moving in a way that again that's not aggressive, that's smooth. And then just relax, surrender to complete relaxation. As you breathe in, imagine you're pulling in light and energy and the best universe, everything that you need. Exhale, just allow it, just permeate the whole body, allow it to just run through the whole body. And at the same time, just direct it all towards the spiritual heart at the right side of the physical heart. This is a residing place of the highest self, of God, and through that divine essence within, we connect with all beings and we share it with all beings. True nature of the self has no form, no shape, no boundaries. Imagine you are everywhere. All beings beautiful. All of us the same. Divine manifestations of God. So remember that in all your interactions, in all your relationships, love all beings.